Horses have always been a part of my life. I could ride before I could walk and have preferred riding to walking ever since. I decided years ago that I would make a career based around my love for animals and specifically my love for horses. Working as a riding instructor, I am constantly looking to share my knowledge and love for horses with my students and peers. In America, the slaughter of livestock animals is legal in every state, with the exception of equine animals. Although horses are technically livestock animals, their domestication as pets has made their slaughter undesirable to most all Americans. But horses haven't always been pets. In fact, equine animals, including donkeys and mules, have had a diverse history with mankind. Horses were first domesticated about 6,000 years ago and were originally used for their meat and hide before their strength was discovered to be better suited for carrying a rider or hauling goods. Today, horses are used almost exclusively for sports or as pets. Although horses are still used for bringing in cattle or pulling carts, their main purpose today is recreational. Because of this, even regulated humane slaughter of horses has become an undesirable thought. In fact, a 2012 nationwide poll showed that 80% of Americans oppose the slaughter of horses for human consumption. But even with these statistics, equine slaughter has had a complicated history. It began in 1998 when California became the first state to ban the slaughter of horses and the sale of their meat. While over the years other states followed suit, it wasn't until 2005 that federal funding for inspection of horses for meat was banned. However, you could still pay for an inspector on your own, and it wasn't until 2007 that even that became illegal. The ban of federal funding for inspectors was revoked and then reinstated over the course of the next 6 years. In 2013, a temporary restraining order expired, and the slaughter of horses under the U.S. Department of Agriculture became legal yet again. But in January of 2014, President Obama signed a budget measure that withheld money for required federal inspections of the slaughtering process for horses. It has never been widely accepted to slaughter horses in the U.S. However, American horses have been bought and slaughtered by a predatory foreign-owned industry for sale to high-end diners in Europe and Asia. There are currently over 30 organizations in the U.S. that oppose equine slaughter, including well-known organizations like PETA, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, and the Animal Welfare Institute. These organizations work to spread their belief that horse slaughter is wrong and should be permanently banned. I am going to work to give you the facts about equine slaughter, because opinions should be based around the truth and the statistics that back it up. Horses are not always taken to slaughter once they are old and sick. The U.S. Department of Agriculture has confirmed with a study performed by Dr. Temple Grandin that 92.3% of the horses sent to slaughter are healthy. But the actual slaughter of horses in the U.S. is only half the problem. Exportation of horses for slaughter is still very present. In 2010, about 138,000 horses were exported for slaughter. Some substances, such as bute, a commonly used equine anti-inflammatory, can be harmful if ingested by humans through the consumption of horse meat. When a horse is sold, especially through an auction, there is no required transfer of information regarding the substances a horse received during his or her lifetime. I believe that it is our job to ensure that animals are treated humanely and that our food supply is protected. The slaughter of livestock in the U.S. is heavily regulated so as to protect animals from inhumane treatment and to protect our food supply from harmful substances. If horses are to be slaughtered in this country, they deserve the same regulations. On the same note, I believe it is our responsibility to ensure that horses shipped out of our country will have the same humane treatment when they reach their slaughter destination. I love horses and would rather see them slaughtered with regulations in a controlled, humane manner than shipped away to face a crueler fate.